So traders, a little bit of weakness in the markets today. So going to look at the stock market. We're looking at gold and silver as well too. Also look at Bitcoin. Also there's one stock that I'm going to show you today that could be setting up for what I call a really, really nice move to the upside. I'm going to share that stock with you so we can go through that. So let's get straight into the markets today. Traders, if you do need some help, or if you want to get some more education, guys, get access to my free trading course. That first link in the description there. One thing that I'm seeing right now when it comes to the Dow Jones is you can see on this bottom sort of chart over here, one thing I'm always looking at is I'm always trying to get a good look at the actual big picture of what these markets are doing. And we can see here that the overall market that we've seen from here has been really, really, really strongly to the upside, as you can see. And if I just bring this trend line off here, you can actually see that we've actually been in a really nice strong upward trend. And if you get this, if we look at this from a much more bigger picture perspective, you can see over here that this has been really, really, if I blow this up here, you can see we're really just going sideways here. We're not in a very big strong downtrend right now. We're just sort of just going really just sideways. And we can see if I blow this back up, if I go back to here, we can just see this. This is the daily chart down the bottom here, and these are the weekly charts up the top here. And you can see even by looking at this level up the top here as well that we're still in a really strong upward trend. We may be sort of slowing down for the last sort of, what's that, probably 3 to 6 months through here. But we've definitely been in a really nice sort of upward movement from here. I'm expecting this thing to resume to the upside, meaning like I'm expecting a lot more movement to the upside. But just remember also, guys, that when we do get these nice upward moves, any upward leg can have small little red days, or sometimes even a bit more of a solid red day in there. Doesn't mean that the market is coming to an end and you want to start to freak out about about what's going on in the markets right now. So we can see that that's what's going on through there with the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq right now had a little bit of a down day. The really interesting thing that I'm looking at with the Nasdaq is you can see the Nasdaq came right down to my trend line here and actually stopped bang smack on it, as you can see right through there. So the really sort of interesting point that I'm focusing on here now is that do we actually get the turnaround and the follow through to the upside? If I bring this up through to here, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, so that'll be interesting. Do we hold here and continue following through to the upside? Even if we do get a little bit more downside to come, if I look at this from a big picture perspective over here, right, so even if we do, let me just take that off the screen here for a minute. This chart over here, even if we do get a little bit more downside to come, and so what that would look like is this, let's go to here. All right, so even if we did get something like this going on through here, it's probably going to be very, very, very short-lived. So even if this is not the start of that really nice move to the upside, I do believe this is likely to be short-lived. Even if we do get something like that there would be the end of the move, and then we're probably likely to start to see this thing start to make a move to the upside from here. So this is the two different scenarios equals to me a lot more upside to come. Do we get the false breakout move first and then we get the rally, or is this just part of the rally to the upside from here? Looking at the S&P 500, and we can see the S&P 500 once again, we're sort of holding here right now. A little pop to the upside, a little reversal down to the downside. The interesting thing that I'm seeing is we definitely have a lot of support coming all through here. You can see all the support coming all through there as well too. And you can see where we're at right now at these sort of support levels up through here on the weekly charts up here, but the daily charts, even if we do have a bit more of a downside to come, I don't want you to be getting freaked out too much, because that'll probably be the end of the move. And then we start to see maybe even sort of April being a nice bullish month from there. So even if this is the start of a bit of a rollover, once again, we're probably not going to start to see really big moves on the downside. We're probably going to get a move to the downside, and then this is more like a double touch, and then we start to see the movement on the upside from there. So looking at the Russell is probably the weakest one out of the whole lot from here. We definitely had this move down from here. Right, move down. We had this move across, move down, and now we're going through to the upside here. So the Russell, out of all the markets, the Russell is definitely the weakest one out of the whole lot. We're seeing that through there. right now. So the thing that I'm really watching for, even if we do get a bit more downside to come, there's a lot of support levels around this sort of 190 level. That 190 level, there's a lot of support. So even if we did get a drop to the downside, there's going to be a lot of support coming down through there. And you can even see it from my weekly chart perspectives up through here. A lot of support going on through there. Looking at now the silver market has been just really nicely in a very nice, you can see this nice little trending environment, right? Up and down and up and down and up and down through here. So there's possibly a really good chance this thing is going to start to make a nice move up. We're going to have 52 moving average trending to the upside. But we definitely do have these levels up through here, these levels up through here, these levels up through here, being a strong level of resistance. If we can break that, then we're probably going to take on some really nice price action to the upside. Looking at the gold market right now, and the gold market has been in a obviously very nice bullish move to the upside, and I still keep an eye on the longer term charts, and I do see that one of the interesting thing is that these phases through here, as you can see, they do come to an end. They don't just keep going up. As you can see here, from 2019 into basically 2021, we had this sort of nice bullish phase through here. And then the one thing you'll notice as well too about these bullish phases is that the very last phase of the bull phase, so the very last phase of the bull phase, you can see here we had, this is one leg up, another leg, and then this last leg was the strongest leg. So when we start to get, if we've been in a strong upward trend for a while, and we start to get a really big sort of capitulation sort of leg on the upside, as you can see from there, that tends to come to the end of that bullish sort of phase from there. The reason why I'm bringing that up here is you can see here that how we actually had and I call it the 3 stair steps as well too, right? 1, 2, and then the 3rd stair step through there. And after this 3rd stair step, as you can see, we actually went up sideways a bit and then up, and then we went sideways a bit. We have this here 1, 2, and now we're on this 3rd stair step, and this 3rd stair step seems to be a lot stronger than this one here and this one here. So even if we do have, and there still is obviously a possibility of this thing making a move up through here, but maybe 3,100, 3,200. If we do get something like that and a move to the upside, on the overall picture, we may get something like this here, but then we're probably going to have a nice big correction after that through there. And the only reason why is because we've just been so vertical through this market through here. And you want to be careful, or you want to be sort of alert when this market does something like this, trying to buy it up here. You may capture our last little bit up here, but this is what you're trying to capture, and this is what you may be risking if you're looking to trade the gold market from there. Looking at the GDX right now, GDX definitely really nice, sort of poked its head above this sort of resistance over here, resistance through here, poked its head back above through here as well too. And now we're just sort of just holding here, and that's actually quite a bullish sign for the overall metals. If I bring, this is the weekly chart, let me just squeeze this right up to the big picture here. You can see what's happening through here. So if we do hold through here, we're holding through here, and that's that hold through there. If we do continue to hold it, what we want to see is this thing do something like that. And then we want to get our 52 coming up. If we get something like that going on, and then if we can, let me just bring this over here for a minute. What I would like to see with GDX would be absolutely just perfect. And the next sort of resistance level is up through there around the $55 level, as you can see. The one thing I'm really interested in and having a look at is get this 52 up. If we can just continue sideways like this here and then get a strong up bar from there, then if we got something like that, that'll be a break up through there. And then if we did get something like that, then we could possibly see a nice move. If we got something like that, then there could be a nice little move to come out of that level through there. So once again, if we can start to get this 52 starting to come up through here, little bit of a sideways movement just to build up a bit of pressure. Nice little breakaway bar with a sort of, what we want to see through here is a very big volume spike to show that there's a lot of buyers coming in here. And if that happens, then there could be at least a nice good short term, what's called a shorter term type of trade. This could last in maybe a week or two, but there could be a nice good little short term trade coming up on the side of the GDX from there. So let's go have a look at the good old Bitcoin market. The big thing about the Bitcoin market is we're still on a very strong upward trend on those weekly charts. So even if we are getting this this short-term downward movement, just keep in mind that if I blow this chart up through here, you can see here that Bitcoin does this, right? We go through these phases all through here and all through here, and here you're having what? You're having the slight downtrends and so on and so forth. But the way that I look at this level here, we have a low through here, we have a higher low here, we have a higher low here, and now we're still in a higher low through here. And also you can see the moving average through here is still trending very strongly to the upside. So there's a high probability we're probably going to make a low point through here on this here. So whenever you're focusing on the markets, yes, we can get these short-term downward trends, but we always want to keep an eye on those really longer-term charts, which is the weekly charts here, because as you can see, even all through here, all that there was just simply that through there, and all that was just simply just creating a bit of higher low before away we go again. And we are developing the same sort of thing through here as well too. But the trend is still very strong to the upside. We're just getting these sort of corrections out of the markets in an overall big bull market. And with these corrections in an overall big bull market, sometimes they can take many months, as you can see all through this level, all through here, and sometimes they can just last a very short period of time. So with Bitcoin, even if we do get a bit more downside to come, and if I'm looking at some sort of support or resistance lines through there, that we may end up getting something down through there. So we may get a little bit more downside to come. I do expect Bitcoin to actually have a nice move to the upside from here. And one thing I have been recognizing as well too is we've been recognizing this level through here. I was actually talking about that with my coaching clients because I'm with them every single week. So I was recognizing them that we actually have been sort of in some sort of a channeling environment. If you'd like to become an inner circle member, guys, where I can coach you every single week for the rest of this year to help you stay on top of these markets, and I'm always there to help you, then go to getjohnshelp.com and we will actually have a chat on the phone. We'll have a good chat about it and see what we'll go from there. Second link in the description there, guys. So we can see that we've gone through here. We actually were in some sort of a big channel through here on Bitcoin ever since 2021. So this actually looks like it's about the start of this is the start of possibly a really, really nice move to come out of the Bitcoin market. So that's what I'm looking at there from a really big long-term perspective. And I do see this thing probably likely to make a big move. And the one stock that I'm seeing right now that's likely to make a big move out of these markets is Baba. Looking at the overall sector through here, you can see all the different tech stocks through here. Mainly all the tech stocks, but obviously we have one of the stocks through here, which is Baba. And one of the things we can see here with Baba's been absolutely just crushed as of late. We've been all through here as well too, but now Baba's actually started to break out through here. So what we're probably likely to, what we want to see here is we don't want to see Baba do something like this. We don't want to see up and down like that. We just want to see what it's actually starting to do now for the last few weeks. And Baba is when it breaks up, we want to see Baba just continue going sideways like this. This is my 24 moving average in the weekly charts. We want to see this thing start to catch back up. And then this here is the point of thing where I'm actually starting to look for some really good entry signals off Baba if we can get this. Because as you can see, when we get a strong moving average trending in a direction, so we have a movement down and the market comes back to the moving average, these seem to be the good opportunities to go with the market. And here we actually have this point here again. So if we start to get the moving average trending up and the market comes sideways to there could be a nice good sort of opportunity coming up there. And that's probably going to last, we've probably got another few more weeks before that happens. But if that does happen, there could be a really, really nice move to come. And then if we're looking at that, we could also see that potentially Baba could be then getting ready to make a nice move back up. And it may even get ready for a really big move, because I like to see these things as sort of time phases or resting phases. And that simply means whenever we go through these really not much going on for many, many, many years, we tend to have big moves. Not much going on for many years. This could be the start of a really, really, really nice move to come.